Following the recent tax changes in the summer budget 2015, I'm joined now by Michael Wright of Rental Income Tax Advisors, our tax partner, to give some guidance for kind of existing landlords. Because, Michael, I think sort of for landlords that are just starting out, it's a lot clearer for them how to structure their business from a tax perspective, but for existing landlords such as myself and Nick and many PT members out there, to actually start going down the limited company route is not quite so straightforward, because there's quite a few costs involved in putting your properties into a limited company.
Yes, as you say, when you're starting out, it's a lot more straightforward in that you can see what's going to happen in the future. You can plan matters accordingly. Where it does get more confusing is where that you have existing landlords who already have a number of properties which are owned personally. The immediate idea is, let's set up a company. Yes, it can work, and it can work very well for certain landlords, but the one thing to remember is that a company is a completely separate legal entity to you yourself. So it's not really a case of just transferring a property into a company. There is a physical sale taking place. You yourself are selling the property to the company, and therefore there are tax implications on that, such as capital gains tax. So you would, when the properties are in the company, you would benefit from the lower rate of tax, albeit with tax implications to extract this profit. But yes, it's really a case of looking at your properties, seeing how much of a capital gain is likely to arise on it, and really looking at it in a before and after state. It may be that in a portfolio of 10, there could be one or two where there's a very, very small capital gain. There may be another two that you hold in there where the capital gain could be in the hundreds of thousands, and it may not look like the best option. Really, I think it's trying to see where you want to be financially, where you want to be in the next few years, and try and really see how to get there in the most tax efficient manner. What we often say at Rita is it's often not the best idea to look solely at minimising your tax. You've at the same time got to see what's going to give you the greatest reward and return in the long run, and then plan the most strategic tax way of achieving that.
Absolutely, very good advice there, and of course that's something that Rita can help PT members with, so they're welcome to call you to actually do that kind of before and after scenario, aren't they?
Yes, that is something that we're doing a lot of at the moment, and doing a lot of reports for clients, and yes, there has been a real mix of some where it does transpire that a company is a good idea, but consequently there are a lot as well that when you factor in all the other costs of putting it into a company, it just doesn't seem a very good idea. So it is very much a case of see what suits your circumstances and take it from there, and we can help and we can advise and be on your side really, and try and find the best solution for you.
Yeah, because it's definitely not a case of one size fits all.
No, definitely not. No.
And I think, do you think landlords have perhaps had a bit of a knee-jerk reaction because it hasn't gone into statute yet, and there is a big sort of swell of landlords against this? There's the petition running. At the time of recording this video, has over 14,000 signatures. Do you think there's a possibility that there could be a U-turn from the Chancellor on this, or should landlords just accept it and start planning now?
Well, it is very difficult to tell. I think the Revenue and Customs have made their decision. whether or not they're going to change their mind. Personally, I think it's unlikely. But if the petition carries on in stronger numbers, then who knows? But ultimately, although it's bad news for a lot of landlords, there is some time. So whilst there can be a lot of panic out there, there is sufficient time to look sensibly at it, and that's really what you need to do, is look sensibly at it. You really can't jump in with 2 feet and just make a flippant decision and say, I want to start a company. There's a lot of considerations, but if we can work together and find the right decision, and we can look at making you as efficient as possible in the future.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for the fantastic advice as always, Michael. And we'll pop Rita's contact details underneath the video if you want to go through that before and after exercise, because I think, Michael, you've given some really great input there, that there is time to plan and that landlords should just keep calm and go through the process of seeing what's right for them and the long-term future.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Well done. Cheers.